Jean-Auguste-Dominique Ingres, the artist who chased perfection with his pencil. In the quiet town of Montauban, France, on August 29, 1780, a boy named Jean-Auguste-Dominique Ingres was born into a world of color, form, and discipline. His father, a decorative artist and sculptor, nurtured young Ingres' early passion for drawing. From the age of 6, he was copying engravings and sketching from life, his small hands trembling with precision even then. But what truly set Ingres apart wasn't just his natural talent, it was his obsession with perfection. When he was 12, Ingres entered the prestigious Toulouse Academy of Fine Arts. By 17, he was admitted to the studio of Jacques-Louis David in Paris, the leading neoclassical painter of the age. There, surrounded by grandeur and intensity, Ingres absorbed David's strict lines and historical themes. But he secretly preferred the elegance of Raphael and the idealized beauty of antiquity. Even then, he would stay late at the studio, his candlelight illuminating pages of sketches, each line a step closer to immortality. In 1801, Ingres won the coveted Prix de Rome, granting him a scholarship to study in Italy. Yet due to political unrest, his departure was delayed for 5 years. During this frustrating period, he lived in poverty, surviving on commissions and drawing portraits for coins. His self-portrait from this era reveals his fierce eyes and tightly drawn lips, a man burning with ambition, locked in a cage of circumstances. Finally, in 1806, he arrived in Rome. The Eternal City was a revelation. He immersed himself in Raphael's frescoes, studied Michelangelo's anatomy, and wandered ancient ruins with his sketchbook in hand. He believed line was the purest form of art, and he honed his draftsmanship with monk-like devotion. Some days, he drew for 12 hours straight, barely stopping to eat. Ingres' obsession with line and precision sometimes bewildered critics. His 1808 painting, The Bather of Valpincan, was criticized for its unnatural anatomy, but Ingres didn't care. He famously declared, "Better to draw the soul of a line than the flesh of a body." Over time, his bold choices earned him admiration as well as controversy. He painted slowly, agonizing over each curve. To him, a perfect outline was more powerful than any flourish of color. Throughout his life, Ingres was a creature of routine. He rose early, worked in silence, avoided crowds, and disliked travel. He played the violin in the evenings to clear his mind, often saying that music and painting were sisters born of the same soul. His violin stood in the corner of his studio like a silent witness to his relentless pursuit of beauty. Ingres achieved fame not through showmanship, but through persistence. His masterpiece, the Grande Odalisque, shocked critics with its elongated back, yet is now considered a jewel of Orientalism. His portraits of aristocrats and intellectuals shimmer with psychological depth, from the poised Madame Moitessier to the pensive Louis-François Bertin. Each figure reveals the inner life beneath the surface. Though he taught students and served as director of the French Academy in Rome, Ingres always returned to drawing. For him, the pencil was sacred. Even in old age, with shaky hands and failing eyes, he would sit at his desk and draw slowly, lovingly. In 1867, he passed away at 86, his final sketch still resting on the table, an unfinished hand, forever reaching for perfection. But Ingres' legacy didn't end with his final breath. His influence echoed through the generations. Artists like Edgar Degas and even Pablo Picasso admired his commitment to line and structure. While modernism moved towards abstraction, Ingres remained the prophet of purity. His meticulous portraits taught the world that the soul of a subject could live within a line, disciplined, precise, and deeply expressive. In his private life, Ingres was known to be both gentle and stubborn. He married Delphine Ramel, a much younger woman, who brought warmth and balance to his monastic life. She organized his studio, supported his work, and kept the household calm. Despite his fame, Ingres never sought luxury. He dressed modestly, spoke softly, and preferred a quiet corner with a sketchpad to any public celebration. One charming anecdote tells of a time when a noblewoman, posing for a portrait, insisted on being painted thinner and more beautiful. Ingres calmly told her, "Madam, I am a painter, not a magician. Yet he still found a way to paint her gracefully, retaining dignity without sacrificing his principles. It was a balance he mastered better than anyone. Ingres didn't just paint people, he captured worlds. A gesture, a fold of fabric, the curve of a shoulder held centuries of knowledge. His sketchbooks were filled with studies not meant for others to see, only to understand the truth behind appearances. He believed that every artist was a student until their last breath. In the great halls of the Louvre, his work still speaks. Tourists pause before his portraits, drawn into the gaze of his sitters as if they might speak. And in every art school where a student struggles to master form, there is Ingres, invisible, perhaps, but still present, reminding them to keep searching for the perfect line.